to you about why humanity should have a limit to how much money they could have in their life. Now, from 2020, there was a research taken by the site USA Facts that 582,000 people in the US are in poverty and homeless. Now, we know rich people like Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos. They're so indescribably rich that, honestly, why don't you ask yourselves this? What do you think a person could do with $1 billion? I mean, everything, right? They've gotten all they want in their life, but there are people that are suffering just as well. And here's why I'm here to tell you about UBI, which is the Universal Basic Income. It's a social welfare part where it gives people their basic minimum income, which means that if you're stuck in poverty or you're homeless, you are able to achieve some sort of basic minimum income so you would have an opportunity to rise up and potentially have a home. Now, obviously, it has its own pros and cons. Let's start with the cons. First things first, it's going to cost the government a lot of money. To give out everyone their fair bit of income, it's going to have a heavy toll on the government, which would be hard to move past. My second point being is that people eventually will become lazy from it, which is true, and it's unfortunate. But it's been hundreds of years. People are probably overworked already, so give them a break for like a couple generations. But here are the pros of some of this. First of all, it will reduce poverty. So therefore, it will give a more chance for people to, as I mentioned before, rise and gain a home, etc., etc. Second of all, it will improve their physical and mental behavior because they will have less time to think about money. Since they're already getting some of the money, they can create themselves more time for a hobby. They could take a part-time job instead of a full-time job to support whatever they have. So in reality, they'll just be, one would be running up the hill, one would just be having fun because they already have their income. Now, as I mentioned before, on the con side, the government may lose a lot of money trying to do this. I have a solution, and it's called limiting the amount of money a person can have. So Elon Musk has a lot of money. What if we give a limit to how much a person can have in their life? So for example, I would say $1 billion for a one person would be more than enough for everything. So from that point on, the money would slowly start going down to others who truly need the money. So instead of the government funding the entire thing, they can take a bit from rich people and slowly distribute it towards other peoples. And that concludes my presentation. Thank you very much.